Anyways, I watched through the movie and that stuff, the character introduction stuff, It was there was this cool retro dude who's called the Trash Man, Dumpster Man, Garbage Man. Yeah, Garbage Man. He lost his own business because, well, eviction. No, I don't think he lost the business. He just it's just an eviction notice. Had to get out. And basically stuff get worse for him, where he gets scammed. Then he sees this crystal, and there was two suspects, background characters that I don't want to mention, or else I'll spoil it. But I hope you see it for yourself because wow, it actually surprised me. Anyways, let's keep going. There was these two that lost their mom. Rip. That was very sad. They had to stay with this girl, and stuff happens. Yada yada. They go to the overworld, and things go on. I really like Retro Man. I'm gonna call him Retro Man. Gareth? What's his name? Gareth? Garen? I don't know. But basically, he just talks to a pink sheep. Thinks he's the quest giver. He's probably my second favorite. He's probably my second favorite. Actually, no. He could possibly be my first favorite. He's my number one. Let's see what else there was there. The movie goes on. Oh yeah, there was this villager that went to the real world basically, and basically that's the funniest thing about this. He goes on, he gets ran over, then from this principal, I think, from the kid's school. Basically, not. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's funny as heck, bro. They keep giving scenes of them just going on dates and stuff. Anyways, away from that, now we get introduced to the villain, this Piglet villain woman thingy, and basically she started her whole villain arc because of Mob's Got Talent, whatever it was called, from losing the stupidest reason. But hey, this is a Minecraft movie. It's not supposed to be taken seriously. Stuff happens, and oh my goodness, he says the thing. I am Steve. I know he said it a little differently because they got rid of the original one. I just used this one. So yeah, because I want to. Movie goes on, and he says some lines like "Jick and Jockey," and "Jick and Jockey" was probably the scene that I wanted to see. "Jick and Jockey" has to be my favorite line. It's so funny. Here's the movie one compared to the in-game one. "Jick and Jockey." And of course, Jack Black / Steve is my second favorite. I mean, come on. I can't take him seriously because this is literally Jack Black wearing blue shirt and dark blue pants. And we call him Steve. I mean, that's really all it takes. That's how you name him. That's how you make Steve. It's Jack Black plus pants and shirt equals Steve. That's basically the whole thing. And then the crystal breaks, so they have to go to this pillager thing or Ravager place and distract and get that thing back. And then the kid has to go for the Enderman, which is probably the coolest mob. Oh wait, no it isn't. We'll get to that later though. Eventually, the Enderman dies and stuff. He gets the Ender Pearl back. They run, and then oh no, Gareth is dead. The Garbage Man is dead. Now they must go on and relive his legacy, or go on with his legacy. And then we get to the nearing end. now they have to protect the overworld from the piglets. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention there was this one big piglet that just caught me off guard with the voice. He sounds like a surfer man, and then he just dies. It was very funny. Then they go protect it, and then they make this one iron golem, which is probably the coolest design. Yep, this is the coolest design. That's it. It's so funny. It was so cool. And then stuff happens. They defeat the piglets and other stuff. And well, there was this funny scene where the boss villain just keeps trying to stab Steve. It took 3 times. Just give up. And eventually they had to say goodbye, and there was this very emotional song that Jack made. Dennis. And eventually just decides to join the rest and crew, and then have fun. And as for the villager, well, I'll save that last scene for you to see. And then the end credits. I'll talk about the end credits. Basically, Steve goes back to a house, and then we see whoa, that's a character. But I'm not going to spoil the whole movie, okay? I just want to, break down a few stuff. But overall, it's a 20 out of 10, bro. This movie was so hilarious and actually good. I don't know why, but I loved it more than any other movie. However, I'm not going to compare it to other movies, okay? I wouldn't compare it to Deadpool and Wolverine. I wouldn't compare it to Moana. I wouldn't compare it to any other new movie. This has its own separate, rating, okay? It's not comparison. This is just the great movie itself. This is a masterpiece. 20 out of 10. Masterpiece. Did I spell the piece wrong? I hope I didn't. Anyways, I think that's really it. I just wanted to break down a few stuff, and that's it. But overall, I really suggest giving the movie a chance. No, don't think the movie will actually be serious, okay? Besides the sad part of the mom and stuff. And Garrett. But nonetheless, hilarious movie. Don't take this movie seriously. Just enjoy it, okay? That's all I have to say. Go to the movies, or wait until it actually releases in DVD, and then give it a watch. Alright? I fully suggest this movie. 20 out of 10. And, well, how are we going to end this? First, we'll just say, subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment, I don't care. And chicken